for being here tonight, and thank you once again for your patience. My name is Brittany Johnson, and I'm the morning anchor at WSOC TV, Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Anyone wake up at 4:30 in the morning? Yes, you are my people. I hope that you turn on Channel 9. I wake up at 1:30, so tomorrow when you see me, if I look, just send me a prayer. Send me some good vibes. It is an absolute honor to be here with you all tonight. Not only was I a senior in CMS, a graduate of West Charlotte 15 years ago, but this is my church. I grew up in Mount Carmel with Dr. Casey Kimbrough, and it's a full circle moment. Thank you. It's incredible to be here tonight, but enough about me. We are here because of the wonderful young people we are here to celebrate tonight. Young people who've already proven that they know what it takes to work hard, to reach their goals, to overcome obstacles, to go after what they want. And we know that you all are so proud of them, so we look forward to celebrating our top seniors, about 295, but you know how many seniors there are graduating in CMS? About 9,600. So you all are the creme de la creme. You are a special bunch, and we are so excited. Yes. Round of applause. Round of applause. We're going to move on with the program because brevity is the word of the night, and it's how we are going to help you all get home at a decent time. We're going to have your official welcome from Dr. Casey Kimbrough, pastor here at Mount Carmel. He opened his doors for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, allowing us to celebrate the teens here tonight. So a round of applause for his generosity and kindness. Thank you, Dr.
Good evening and welcome to the Mount Carmel Baptist Church of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're excited to have the top seniors here and to share and to partner in some small way with the Charlotte Post. Thank you for this honor and privilege. It is my brief task to welcome you to this place and to this space. I was doing some reading this morning and talked about small adjustments in our lives. If you have an ocean liner and you want to get in a different direction, you only have to make a small adjustment, and over time that vector will lead you to the place where you want to go. If it's an airplane, if it's an ocean liner, whatever, and that's the way your life is. It is the small decisions that you have made that have led you tonight to this place and to the seat which you occupy, which is an honored seat. And you ought to give yourselves a great big round of applause. And we're so proud of Sister Brittany. How many years ago was it? 15 years? 15 years ago, she was our senior speaker. She was graduating from high school. And every graduation season, we always have a senior who does what we call the Senior Speaks to the Church. And she was prolific in her elocution then, and she's only gotten better. Amen. So I'm going to offer a brief word of prayer, and again, you are welcome in this space. Let's pray together. God, we thank you for this day and the great privilege to share with such outstanding young people. We thank you for their family, their systems of support, the communities which surround them. And we thank you, God, that the leaders of the Post saw fit to pause for a moment and to recognize their achievements tonight. What a great and great honor. We bless them as they go forward, for every ending commencement is but a new beginning. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. God bless you and have a wonderful night.
It's funny you talked about making small decisions. Parents, do you know what you're going to say when you drop your kids off? Is anyone coming up with a speech yet for those words? Because that was the last thing my mother said to me. She pulled away. She had one tear. She was hard. She was trying to keep it together. And all she said to me was, make good decisions. And what's so exciting about being here tonight, as Dr. Kimbrough said, is you all have proven that you can do that. And I hope it feels good to be in a place like this and that you want to stay in this lane. You want to stay, continue making good decisions because you'll stay at the top. And I'm telling you, that's where you want to be. You want to continue to make people proud, to live out your dreams, and we're just so thrilled for you. We're going to bring up Ellison Clary, board chair for the Charlotte Post Foundation now with your greetings.
Brittany. Well, greeting you this evening is an extremely happy occasion. I cannot remember a situation when there were so many deserving people to recognize. Certainly, I want to praise our two top seniors for their outstanding achievements in the classroom and their commitment to pursue their dreams in an institution of higher learning. For decades, we at the Foundation have recognized the top two African American high school seniors in the Charlotte area. And we're proud to do so again, both tonight and at our annual banquet in the fall. But here's the thing about tonight. This is wonderfully different because we're honoring nearly 300 high school seniors who qualified to compete for the top two spots. And you're all fully deserving. Your grades and your extracurricular activities speak for themselves. You and your loved ones assembled here are special in the ways that Charlotte and our country need for leaders of tomorrow. Now, making this expanded celebration possible is Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Blue Cross and Blue Shield is a health insurance organization that is well known for its keen sense of community involvement. And that organization has been a part of our fall banquet for many years, and now it has taken on an expanded role. So to introduce an executive of Blue Cross and Blue Shield, who by the way is a cherished friend of mine, I'm going to give the program back to Brittany.
And we're going to bring up Jasmine Smith, who is his friend, who he is talking about, who's thrilled to be able to bring you remarks all the way from the Raleigh-Durham area. Y'all, she came through that traffic for you all today, so we thank you so much, Jasmine.
Good evening. Y'all look good. Y'all really do. Give yourselves a hand. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to take a moment to congratulate the parents, because whether you know it or not, mom, dad, grandma, whomever did a lot, even if it's behind the scenes, to help make sure that you got where you are today. So let's give our adults, our parents, a round of applause. So while we want to celebrate, we do realize that the price of greatness is responsibility, as Winston Churchill said. So we are celebrating, but we do want to take a moment to just acknowledge the responsibility that you all have, now that you are the best of the best and the leaders. So the best way I have to sum up my charge for you is with the word leader. L is for legacy. Remember your legacy. Remember that we come from kings and queens, beautiful, smart, God-fearing people. You remember that because someone will always try to tell you that you're not enough. It will happen if it hasn't happened already. You are enough. You are beautifully and wonderfully made by God, our Creator. The A, you have to be agile. I don't think I have to tell you all this, but the world is moving very quickly. So you need to be able to adapt. You need to be able to try to predict what's coming next and adapt and do things to be ready for those changes. The D in leader stands for dedication and determination. Be dedicated and determined to doing a good job, your best job, no matter what you're doing, because someone is always watching you. I learned that on my very first day at Johnson C. Smith University. Anyone going to Smith? Yes! Thank you. We have some folks from Smith here. Raise your hands. If you haven't made a decision yet and you would like to talk to them about Smith, shameless plug. The E in leader is for empathetic. Dr. Martin Luther King said, as long as there's poverty in the world, I can never be rich, even if I have $1 billion. As long as diseases are rampant and millions of people in this world cannot expect to live more than 28 or 30 years, I can never be totally healthy, even if I just got a checkup. This is the way our world is made. No individual or nation can stand out boasting of being independent. We are all interdependent. The R, true leaders, they practice the 3 R's: respect for yourself, respect for others, and take responsibility. So again, take some time to reflect and celebrate and pat yourselves on the back, but then reflect on being a leader. Remember your legacy. Remember that you are enough. Be agile, be determined and dedicated, be empathetic, respect yourself, others, and take responsibility. Know that we are counting on you to make a change in this world. I'll leave you with this. The great Barack Hussein Obama. He said, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Best of luck and congratulations.
And another round of applause for Blue Cross Blue Shield North Carolina. They are the title sponsor for tonight, making all of this possible. Next up, it's a name that may be familiar to you all within CMS. We have Ernest Winston. He's the Chief Community Relations and Engagement Officer with the district.
Greetings to the distinguished scholars who are the Charlotte Post Foundation's top seniors, and greetings to their families, friends, and members of the Charlotte Post Foundation, and everyone who is here tonight to celebrate these outstanding students. I'm Ernest Winston, as Brittany said, and I'm the Chief Community Relations and Engagement Ombudsman Officer for Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools. Now, I know that's quite a mouthful, but the easier explanation for my job is that I try to make CMS accessible and helpful to everyone by troubleshooting and removing roadblocks when they happen. I also bring you greetings from our superintendent, Dr. Clayton Wilcox, who very much wanted to be here tonight, but could not because of a conflict. But he asked me to convey his congratulations to the top seniors and his pride in your achievements. And I also want to acknowledge my colleague, Mary Powell, who's in the back and just walked in the room, for being instrumental with the Top Seniors program. You top seniors have worked hard throughout your first 12 or 13 years of your education to get here today. You have also had a lot of support, as has already been stated, from your family, from your teachers, and your schools, and from the community. That support is important. The fact is, our kids, all of them need us to help them succeed. Our kids need safe schools, our kids need great teaching, our kids need strong support. Our kids need positive learning experiences and spaces. They need these things to become top seniors, to gain access to college and other opportunities. At CMS, we're working to make sure that all of our kids have that. And we're asking all of you for your support as we seek funding from the state and the county to make it possible to meet those needs. If you would like to learn more about this, I encourage you to visit our website at www.ourkidsneedus.org. The class of 2018 is leaving high school at an interesting time in our community. We are having a long overdue conversation across Mecklenburg County about how we can best provide economic mobility to not some, to not a few, but to every student. Strong public education, public schools that help every student learn, grow, and succeed are an essential part of building the ladder of economic mobility. To the top seniors, their families, and their supporters, I say please continue to support these students. Please help us to build the top scholars for the class of 2019, the class of 2020, and so on. Top seniors, you are living in an unprecedented time of change in your county, your state, and your community. Technology links us to each other in new and exciting ways, and the pace of change in life gets faster every day. But some things will not change. The need for good citizenship, for leadership and engagement in your community, for reaching back to give a hand to others. These things will not change, and as you begin the next chapter in your journey, I hope you will remember to be good citizens, to lead and engage in your community, and to always, always reach out your hand to help someone else. And so as I prepare to take my seat, I want to just say a final word about failure and success as it relates to the best basketball player of all time. Now, Mr. Johnson, I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. I'm not talking about Kobe, I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about someone who should be familiar to all of us here in Charlotte. Cut from his varsity basketball team at age 15, Michael Jordan went home and cried and considered himself the biggest failure. Sure, he would go on to become the third pick in the 1984 NBA draft by my hometown Chicago Bulls, and in his 15-year NBA career, he missed more than 9,000 shots, lost nearly 300 games, and 26 times he's been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. Jordan says he failed over and over again in his life, and that is why he succeeds today. So your success in life, your happiness in whatever field you choose to pursue, these things will be richer and fuller if you remember to help others along the way. Congratulations to you, top seniors of 2018. We wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Winston. Now we're going to bring up Gerald Johnson. Sadly not the best basketball player of all time, but he is I'm sorry? He just didn't know. Yeah, we'll tell him next time. But he is the president of the Charlotte Post Foundation and behind the reason why you all are here tonight. So Mr. Johnson, thank you.
I'm going to stop for a minute and allow Mr. Shannon Wright and Miss Stephanie Gresham to play a tune to introduce me, so I need music. Okay, that's what they'll play.
Listening to them talk about school shootings, and I thought this song would be appropriate because I think this generation is going to be the generation that actually changes things in this country and what we've seen already. And I'm excited about that, so I think this song will be It's far too
But the person that was in charge, the chief of staff, made this point about bringing this program to Raleigh. He said it was so important for them to get this program because he was sick and tired of his students, his seniors, the only time they get any recognition if they commit a crime. You don't hear about kids, especially African-American kids, being honored just for being smart. You all are just smart, and we are proud of the fact that you are just smart, and we want to applaud that. And I want to now I want all of the parents and guardians to please stand. Excellent. And forgive this term, I use this term for smart people. The eggheads in the room are here because of you. They're eggheads because either you were eggheads or you drove them to be eggheads. But we're very proud of you as well because without you, they wouldn't have happened. For a lot of different reasons, but they wouldn't have been here in the first place. But the second reason is that you had to be the inspiration behind them pursuing an education and getting to this point in their lives. So I want to give you another round of applause. And the other thing I want to mention, we made everybody else breathe. Am I boring you, Ellie? You're yawning. You made me lose my point. I want to tell you a little bit about this program and how this program got started. In 1975, 43 years ago, I guess, we started this program because of a person that worked for my father at the time came to him and said, I would like to take part of your newspaper to put some top seniors in the newspaper. My father said, okay, but why? He said, because in 1975, of course, we were going through integration, and the kids that were in the school system that were African Americans weren't getting any attention. They were smart, they were doing great work, but when you saw anything being publicized, they were all white kids. And he thought that was just a travesty that we had a lot of talented African-American students at that time that were just being ignored. And so we decided that it would be okay to put, well, I didn't, I was just a tot, I was a baby. But my father decided to allow that to happen, and the first, why are you all laughing? I said I was a tot. The first publication came out in 1975, and it was half a page with just students sitting in the newspaper with a little profile. From that to today, we are now a magazine glossy that we have graduated from over the years. And the same principle still holds true. We want to make sure that you are magnified for being talented, smart, good students. And they haven't committed a crime yet, I guess I haven't read about you, so. Keep a positive attitude, stay strong, and continue to do the hard work that you do. From 1975 to now, the program works sort of like this. Mary Tower, would you please stand? Why are you way back there? We got a seat for you up here. Oh, you were working for us, huh? In October of every year, CMS, now Mary, sends us a list of all the African American students that have a 3.25 average or higher. And they have to be African Americans. We get that list, we process it, and we send letters. And this is a critical part, especially you parents, well, a critical part of this. We send letters to every parent from that list of students and say, your child is a candidate to become a top senior. Please have them apply. It's that simple. From that letter, we get calls saying that we're extortionists, we're scam artists, we're trying to rip somebody off. Well, obviously you all didn't do that because you're here. But at the end of the day, that letter and the students applying for this program are how this whole process starts. We get that list of applications from all the students and we send it to a panel of judges. Are any of the judges in the room? It's all early. The panel of judges literally take those applications and we give them criteria to pick 2 of the top seniors out of this entire intelligent group. And the first thing is just the GPA. You get so many points for a GPA. You get so many points for your extracurricular activities, namely what you're doing extra in school and in the community. And then the big kicker is you got to do an essay. And that's the big kicker, but you get more points for an essay. And we give you a topic. This year, it was, I think, we're doing this in so many marks, I don't remember. What do you think of an inclusive, what does an inclusive society mean to you? I think that's what it means. And they have to write an essay on that. And the judges basically decide on those 3 criteria. The 2 top seniors. They do this independently. They send it to us, we look at it, and if it's close, we'll send it back to them and tell them to review it, whatever. But at the end of the day, they send it back and we end up with 2 of the top seniors based on a scale, and you will meet them tonight. And why you keep looking at me? I made them go fast so I could take up all the time I want. And so that's how this program works. And again, I'm proud of all of you being here. I'm gonna give you one little note and then I'm gonna sit down, I promise. How many of you, well, I want a little interaction because I want to talk about the parents. How many of you feel like I'm 35 years old? Smart man. Anybody else? Okay. I'll give you a check after the thing. Well, when this program starts in October of every year, I look 35, I feel 35, and I know you all think I'm 35. But by the time we hit this point, I look like I look now. And you know why? Because of you all. The things that you all put me through here. I got so many calls today about people that wanted to come to this event. And they didn't register, they just called and said, what do I do to come? And I had to tell them, you can't, because we're done. But that's the sort of thing that happens with this particular program. People find out too late to get involved with it. And some of you called me today and got in I would call you out, but I don't want to do that. But again, I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank the top seniors just one more time for doing a great job in school. Your next step is going to be big, because you've climbed 12 steps to what we call the Olympic diving board. You're up there now, and your parents are just going to kick you off. And we're going to see if you're going to sink or swim. But congratulations, and may God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I was not looking at him to rush him along. I was smiling with admiration and gratitude for the fact that he put this together, that they've been doing this for so long, taking the time to honor young people. As he said, we don't do this enough. And it's not just for you all. I mean, I think it inspires everyone who looks at it, right? Like everyone who reads the write-ups, the things that you all have achieved and accomplished at your young age, you can't help but sort of feel like, am I reaching my fullest potential? So I think that's a wonderful thing. So thank you, Mr. Johnson and the Charlotte Post, for the things that you all are doing. And it's not sink or swim, right? Everyone in this room is going to be there for you every step of the way. Kudos to you all who made a last-minute phone call to be here. Keep bugging him. Keep bugging him to make sure that you have a seat in the room to celebrate these young people. That's a wonderful thing, and I think it's wonderful to see this room packed with family and friends and neighbors and people who wanted to celebrate these young people. Thank you so much. We're going to bring up Mr. Robert Johnson. This is the moment we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. He is the top senior coordinator with the Charlotte Post Foundation.
This is going to be very anticlimactic for my brother. I'm not even going to try to top that. But what I am going to do is to introduce the students by schools. My name again is Bob Johnson. I'm the coordinator, top senior coordinator, co-publisher of the Charlotte Post newspaper. I would like to introduce the school, pronounce the schools first of all. And each student stands until I tell them to sit. We'll start with Audrey Kell. The top seniors from Audrey Kell, will you stand? Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies. Butler High School. Thanks so much. Cato Mill College. Moving on, Charlotte Engineering Early College, UNCC. Moving on, Corcoran College Academy, Collegiate Academy. All right, as we move on, East Mecklenburg High School. From East Mecklenburg, thanks so much. We're moving on to the Learning Academy. Moving on to Garinger High School. Harding University High School. Coming back. Harper Middle College High School. Hawthorne High. move on from Hopewell to Independence High School. Thank you. We move from there to Levine Middle College High School. From Levine, we go to Mallard Creek High School. All right, thank you. We go to the Marancas Middle College High School. And we move to the Military and Global Leadership Academy. From Military Academy to Myers Park High School. From Myers Park, we go to North Mecklenburg High School. Thank you. North Mecklenburg Northwest School of the Arts. Olympic High School. Let me back up. This was Olympic High Biotech Health Program published. The next is Olympic Renaissance School. And we move to Olympic High Leadership and Development. And Olympic High Math, English, Technical Science. And, excuse me, and the Olympic Team High School. From there we go to the Performance Learning Center. Philip O'Berry Academy. Thank you much. Providence High School. Rocky River High School. South Mecklenburg High School. Vance High School. West Charlotte High School. West Mecklenburg High School. William Amos Huff High School. Thank you much, and congratulations to all of them. Let me apologize to you. I was supposed to do the winners. And Anisha Tucker is not here, I think. I don't think she's the runner-up. Mr. Polanco is the winner. This is our top team.
First of all, I would like to thank the Charlotte Post Foundation along with the entire staff, because without them, this would not have been possible. And to receive this award is truly a huge honor, and to be mentioned amongst some of Charlotte's brightest students is also a truly big blessing as well. I just want to say thank you and congratulations to everyone as well.
Kyle, can we get you to come back up here, please? Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for all of our seniors. Thank you, Kyle. Mr. Johnson, why don't you come up as well and get a photo? We'll take just a moment so they can capture this. Kyle, I believe you had a 5.0, is that correct? A 5.0 GPA. He's going to Carolina, so for those of you who are going to Carolina, we'll have another study buddy up here. He won't be hard to forget as long as he doesn't cut his hair. Awesome. In front of the podium. I believe she wants you in front of the podium, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Show off your fancy outfits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Congratulations, Kyle. You know, it's been just in the long line of many accomplishments for so many of you. I know Mr. Johnson said, you know, you all are up here for being just smart, but it's smart and hardworking, right? I mean, you can have the natural talents and you can have the natural gifts, but you've got to be willing to put in the work. That's what makes the difference, and that's why you all really deserve all of the great achievements, merits, honors coming your way. We're going to take a moment now because we have some folks here from Johnson C. Smith University, and there are a few people who are undecided. Is that right? Raise your hand if you have not made up your mind yet. Do we have any undecided folks? We might have some folks whose minds we could change. I know we've got a few people in here who want to mention, just talk to you briefly, to let you know that if you are interested, you can come and talk to them. And then we'll move on to our closing remarks. Our time here is almost coming to an end. This is Mr. Takeem Dean from Johnson C. Smith University.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all the recipients this evening. Thank you to our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield for inviting us. We could not sit here and not have an opportunity to say that the only historically black college university in the city of Charlotte, Johnson C. Smith University, is right down the road, and we have scholarship money. And all of you in here qualify for some of our top scholarship dollars. So our Director of Admissions, Mr. Billis, will you please stand, is here with us this evening. He and I and the rest of my colleagues, I serve as the Dean of Students at Johnson C. Smith. We're gonna be in the foyer, and if by happen chance, if you have not made a decision, you have a seat in the incoming class because we have some scholarship dollars and we will admit you by tomorrow if you talk to us tonight. So we look forward to seeing a lot of that here tonight.
That is quite an offer. Some of you think you know where you're going. Your parents heard scholarship. If your parents slow down when they get to the foyer, there might be a change of plans. And you know what I will say, it really does make a difference to have that additional support. When you call home, it's not just about money. Please call your parents just to say hi and not just to ask for money. They really like that when you go to school. But it really does make a difference. Thank you, Johnson C. Smith. Now if we could have Mr. Gerald Johnson up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your closing remarks.
Thank you. Let's give Brittany a great round of applause. What a great. And I just want to mention to Cal, we gave out 2 scholarships. He got a scholarship for $3,000. And here's how this used to work, and we had to change that, and we changed it this year. When we give a scholarship like this, and we were sending it to the school would take the money and deduct some other scholarship money, and we found out that he wasn't getting the full amount that he should be getting to use for what we wanted him to use it for, because we wanted him to use it for his own discretion. Educational discretion. And so we took it, so we handed out the checks directly to him in his name so that he can buy a computer or whatever else he needs to get through the school. I also want to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield for supporting us with this effort. Without them, this wouldn't have happened. Pastor Kimbrough for opening up the church and allowing us to use the church. My board of directors, would you all stand? And thank you all for coming out. We still have books out there that you can purchase before you leave. And good night.